Hello, my name is Lloyd Chapman. I'm president and founder of the American Small Business League, and I've got a story for you. I've got a Pulitzer Prize-winning story for you. It's real easy. You can look this up in about 10 minutes. Go to the website for the Comprehensive Subcontracting Plan Test Program. Google it. It'll take you right to the website. And here's what it says. Now, this is a test program. Right off the bat, I want you to notice this program's been tested for 25 years. And here's what they're testing. The purpose of the test is to determine whether comprehensive subcontracting plans will result in increased subcontracting opportunities for small businesses while reducing the administrative burden on the contractors. Here's what that means. Before this program was implemented in 1990, all Pentagon prime contractors were required to submit a small business subcontracting plan on all their contracts, and then quarterly reports that you and I could see, and anyone in America could see, to determine if they were complying with that goal, and then an annual report that we could see. So they had to submit a small business subcontracting plan, quarterly reports, and annual report, all was available to everybody in America. This program eliminated that, eliminated all transparency. So for 25 years, no journalist, no member of Congress, no member of the American public could see if these contractors were complying with federal law that established the 23% small business subcontracting goal. Second aspect was the elimination of all penalties. So prior to the implementation of this program, prime contractors could face liquidated damages for failing to comply with their small business subcontracting goal. The law required they pay liquidated damages in the amount of the deficiency. So if they had a small business subcontracting goal of $10 million and they only did $5 million, they had to give $5 million back to the government. And this program eliminated that. So I hope you'll agree with me that eliminating all transparency for Pentagon prime contractors and eliminating any penalties for prime contractors not complying with their goal would certainly never increase subcontracting opportunities for small businesses. Quite the opposite. This program was a gigantic loophole in federal law that has allowed prime contractors in the Pentagon for 25 years to circumvent federal law that requires that 23% of all government contracts go to small businesses. It's a scam. And I certainly hope you'll agree that 25 years is too long to test the program. When I talk to people from the media, I'm up against the government. So I've got to stick to the facts. Let's stick to the facts. The Pentagon has never released any data this program works, and Congress has acknowledged that. So both the House and the Senate have voted to renew this program into its 28th year of testing. Here's what the chairman's mark on Section 811 of the FY 2015 National Defense Authorization Bill stated. However, after nearly 24 years since the original authorization of the program, the test program has yet to provide evidence that it meets the original stated goal of the program. So Congress is acknowledging in almost 25 years there's no evidence this has ever worked, but we're going to renew it for another 3 years. I think that's insane. I think it's absolutely insane. 10 years ago, the Government Accountability Office investigated the Comprehensive Subcontracting Plan Test Program. Here's what they said. Although the test program was started more than 12 years ago, DoD has yet to establish metrics to evaluate the program's results and effectiveness. That's interesting. Although the test program was started more than 12 years ago, DoD has yet to establish metrics to evaluate the program's results and effectiveness. Gee, I wonder why. I wonder why the Pentagon hasn't established metrics to evaluate the program's results and effectiveness. Because they know, like you do and anyone with a brain, that eliminating transparency and penalties is not going to help small businesses. It's going to help prime contractors circumvent federal law. So here's a program that's clearly designed not to help the middle class, where most Americans work, where most of your readers and viewers are, but it's designed to create a loophole to allow prime contractors to violate federal law. So I think you should look into this. I think this is the most amazing story that I've ever heard of in my life. A Pentagon program that's clearly fraudulent, that's gone on for a quarter of a century, that Congress wants to renew into its 20th year of testing. I've never heard of anything like in my life. So please look into it and write about it. By the way, when you try to write about this, you're going to run into more resistance you've ever come up against in your lifetime. That's how you know you're on the right track. I think a reporter is kind of like a salmon swimming upstream. If you don't feel like there's a fire hose in your face, you're going the wrong direction. So here's how you can tell this is a big story. Call the Pentagon and call the chair of the House Armed Services Committee. Call the chair of the Senate Armed Services Committee. Call someone in the Pentagon. Call the Conference Subcontracting Plan Test Program office and start talking to people, see what happens. You're going to get more pushback than you've ever had in your life. In fact, quite frankly, it's doubtful you'll even be allowed to report on this. That's how you know this is a big story. Try it and see what happens. Try writing a story about the Comprehensive Subcontracting Plan Test Program and see what happens. I'm Lloyd Chapman, President of the American Small Business League. Thank you very much.